would you please stand and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The following are this morning's announcements. Happy birthday goes out to Selena Rogers today. And today's lunch menu, Papa John's Pizza with broccoli. Reminder for anyone needing community service hours, Mrs. Myers will be at the Community Resource Center in East End this coming Friday at 11 a.m. Those of you who need any community service hours that's worth 2 hours, please show up and help her take down and rehanging a couple bulletin boards with some art. Again, that's Friday at 11 a.m. at the Community Resource Center. A reminder for the senior play participants, practice is tonight and tomorrow. That's practice tonight. Wednesday is in Mr. Grant's room, B209, from 3 to 5. Okay. In our sports results from yesterday, our 7th grade basketball team defeated Weir 48-28 and won the BMC championship. Congratulations. And 8th grade will take on Weirton tonight at Westgate for the 8th grade final. So good luck to the boys' 8th grade basketball team. The varsity basketball defeated Martins Ferry 81-41 last night in an OVAC tournament action. Trayshawn Jackson finishes last evening with 31 points. The JV's final match of the season versus Beaver Local last night resulted in a split. The girls' JV lost to the Beavers. This is with bowling. That's they lost to the Beavers 1,298 to 1,323 total pin count. The high individual scores were Harmony Ream with a 122, Sierra Utter with 116, Cheyenne Davis 110, Tori Krosky 101, and Becky Show 99, and Izzy Hoyt 86. The boys bowling JV team won their match with a total of 2,042 to 1,429. High individual scores were Antonio Dewar leading the team with 246, Gavin Mays 212, Josh the Crusher Kiger 158, and Derek Klein 153, with Evan Tenney scoring a 119. Again in action tonight, the boys middle school basketball will be taking on the championship against Weirton. That's at Westgate this evening. Girls varsity basketball will take on Oak Glen tonight. And swimming is heading to districts, so good luck to all of our district swimmers. Part of proud announcements, the 7th grade basketball team winning that BMC. Can't say how proud we are for your effort on the floor. The LHS Student Advisory Council will be hosting a St. Patrick's Window Art Decoration Day on Monday, March 2nd from 3 to 5. Cost to paint a window in the building is $5. Sign up with Mr. Cornfield in A206 by Friday, February 28th for the rules and regulations of decorating one of the windows here at ELHS and junior high. The Student Advisory Council is also hosting a stroll with the superintendent on March 14th from 12 to 2 p.m. And we'll be meeting at the Museum of Ceramics and following the historical downtown 2.5K walk. And this is founded by Mr. Atkins, so come on down and be a part of that. Attention seniors, as of February the 10th, we are still at only 30 of the seniors completing their FAFSA. Whether you are going to a 4-year or 2-year, a trade school or tech school, or just a certificate program, you must fill out a FAFSA in order to get any grants, scholarships, or loans. Now let's get them filed, seniors. Have your financial aid depends on it. And if you're confused about how to file or what to do, please see Mrs. Pippo immediately. The LHS Student Council Advisory is holding a fundraiser. They have a sleek design from Campbell's Signs and Apparel that are selling until March 27th until 3 p.m. There's an upcharge for 3XL and 4XL. Payment is due with your order to Mr. Cornfield and A206. So please support the ELHS Student Advisory Council and spread the word. There will be no gaming club this week due to parent-teacher conferences. Gaming club will resume its normal scheduled meeting time in the Student Center next week, February 20th. Attention National Technical Honor Society. The seniors will meet Thursday, February 20th at 7:45 a.m. in the second floor computer lab. Attendance is mandatory. If you are unable to attend for any reason, please notify Mr. Croxall immediately. I think I know that guy. Please excuse the following swimmers for the district swim meet at Ohio State. They'll be absent all day Wednesday. That's today. So got to keep them in our thoughts today. That's Nathan Dawson, Nathan Latshaw, Jacob Myers, Brennan Smith, and Ben Nolan. And just a reminder to all students who have early dismissals. If you have an early dismissal and you do not sign out, or the person who picks you up does not sign you out, you will be considered truant. You must make sure that you have signed out in the office before you leave the building. And our final announcement of the day, attention all students. Do you sing, dance, juggle, tell clean jokes, or have a fantastic special talent you would like to share with the community? Well, the Tri-Am National Music Honor Society and the LHS Choir are sponsoring a talent show for students in 7th through 12th grade. Preliminary auditions are Monday, March 16th, after school in the auditorium, and admission is only $1 for both performers and audience members. So come and cheer on your friend as they try out. Now, the finals will be held on Monday, April the 6th at 6 p.m. in the auditorium. And that's going to be a $3 admission for everyone. Sign-ups are available in the office or in the choir room. Please pick up a rule sheet when you register. There are a lot more announcements that are available on our student announcement page. Be sure to visit that at the ELHS Junior and Senior High School webpage. And one final one, at this very time, the 7th and 8th grade boys basketball teams are to report to the Student Center at this time. Again, 7th and 8th grade boys basketball teams, please report to the Student Center at this time. Thank you very much for your attention, and have a great Wednesday.
All right, if you couldn't tell, that was Mr. Croxall, so thank you to him. I'm Lance, and I'm currently the only one on the show right now, so that's okay. I can do this. So, start things off with weather. We have a low of 27 and a high of 42, and it looks like a good chance for both snow and rain today. And it is also 27 degrees outside. So it's definitely going to be a little chilly today. But it's not going to be as bad as tomorrow, where the weather is going to be a low of 17 and a high of 38. And then Friday, we have a low of 12 and a high of 22. Then lastly, to finish out the week, on Saturday, we have a low of 31 and a high of 39. So it's definitely going to be cold for the rest of the week.
No Dallas today. My man is flying solo over here.
All right, so happy birthday to Selena Rogers. Oh, now Mr. Croxall's here.
Hey, Lance.
Hey,
how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Up and on the air. Can't hear my headphones, trying to turn them up here.
No.
It's probably because they're not plugged in.
That's all right. So, the 7th grade boys basketball team defeated Wilton High, and 48-28 to win the BMC championship. So, congratulations to the 7th grade boys basketball team. Then 8th grade will take on Weir at Westgate tonight for the 8th grade final. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. They're up there meeting in the Student Center right now. You probably heard that on the last part of the announcements there. Yeah. It's pretty sweet stuff. Boy, there's a ton of announcements out there. And, you know, if you're at home and you want to find out about these announcements, that's right on our webpage, right on the school's webpage there. You can go to the school, and that link will have a small tab off to the right, and you can hit that tab and bring it down, and bam, there's your announcements for the day. So if you miss something today that Lance is spelling out to you, that's where you can catch up on that. So some pretty good stuff, man. Yeah.
pretty good stuff here. That's some crazy stuff. Winning the BMC, taking on Martins Ferry last night. And Lance Sailing you did some double duty there last night, buddy. You're playing in a pep band and you were running some camera operations here for PNN.
Yep.
So it looks like our edit just wrapped up over there, and we should be ready to go and get that guy posted up on YouTube here in just a few minutes.
Yep.
So I have that baby up there. There's some crazy stuff happening in the school. Student Advisory Council seem to be got a lot of stuff going on. They got a T-shirt sale. What else they got going on in there, Lance? A stroll with the superintendent. Did you check that one out? That one looks pretty cool.
No, I have not yet.
Read that one, man. It's pretty good. Pretty neat idea.
Oh, so the LHS Student Advisory Council will be hosting a stroll with the superintendent on March 14th. It'll be from noon to 2 p.m. And they will be meeting at the Museum of Ceramics and following the historical downtown 2.5K walk founded by Mr. Adkins.
Yeah. Now, what's neat about what's the date on that again?
March 14th.
March 14th. Okay, that's Saturday on March 14th. So it's a historical little thing that Mr. Atkins put together. It's a 2.5. And what's neat about that walk is it gives you a chance to rest a little bit, and anybody can participate in it. But it takes you to a lot of the historical places around town. And, of course, if you've never noticed it, there's these small signs that are right there on the sidewalks. Mm-hmm. And they identify one of the buildings or identify a certain site or a certain event that might have happened in that area and allows you to kind of be connected with the town. And you guys have had a great connection about that. Tell the folks about our idea with HGTV and what we've done with the photographs and the videos.
Oh, yeah. So, 2 days, I want to say last month, like mid-January, we went out.
It was a very, very warm morning.
Yeah, right. It was like 17 degrees one day.
Yeah, I can't. I had to laugh at that because I just remember we got out and got on that street and went, oh my gosh, what are we thinking? But it was nice. There wasn't a whole lot of folks we had to worry about taking their picture, getting in the way.
Yeah.
Nobody was out that morning.
Mm-hmm.
The sun was shining, though. Thank goodness.
Yeah, but what we did was for 2 separate days, we borrowed the school's student transportation van, loaded up a couple of our cameras. All of the people that were in the class got these little vests to show that we were supposed to be out of school for an hour or two.
And hopefully not run over.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone in the class thought we looked like crossing guards for some reason.
We almost lost Nicky. I think he thought he was a crossing guard. He kind of just stood down there by Kent State waiting for kids to come out. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, but
it was also so I couldn't lose you guys. You know, it was easy to find you. Mm-hmm. You tried to hide it, and it was so cold I knew you weren't going to take off the vest. As thin as it was, it did add that tiny little layer of extra heat.
Yeah, but what we did was we, like I said, we went through out of town and we took some video and some pictures of various historical buildings such as the clock tower, the library, and then other buildings such as the Community Resource Center down in the East End.
Yeah, there was quite a bit, and the idea behind it, HGTV opened up an idea that they want to adopt a hometown, come in, redo a couple buildings, possibly do a street and also a few houses, and to kind of rejuvenate a town based on their hometown series with Ben and Aaron Napier, where they have rebuilt their small little town of Laurel, Mississippi. And, well, I can't say they rebuilt the town. They've done a few homes in the town to kind of help people step things up. I'm always amazed when they talk about the budgets to put into the house. We're going to put $70,000 in the house. It's going to be kind of hard to do it. I'm thinking, man, you plop $70,000 down here to a bunch of Liverpudlians. We're going to make all kinds of stuff happen. We're not going out and buying all brand new lumber from the top of the line, getting it off the store, paying top notch. No, that's not the way Liverpudlians do it, man. That's a bunch of hoopies. We figure out, a friend of a friend's brother's uncle's nephew has some lumber that he didn't use on a project. So we're going to get that about 1/4 the cost. We're going to use some stuff that we stored back in the back. Plus, we got some cool stuff down in a storage shed that, Pap used to keep. We just bring that all together, and bam, we all put it together. That's the way a bunch of hoopies do it. And then the $70,000. Are you kidding me? $70,000? I can buy eight houses in this town for $70,000. It always amazes me the way they do those budgets and things. So maybe if they come to East Liverpool, they're gonna get some stuff figured out. We can teach them how to do things hoopie style. Make it work right. Simple as that. And I use that word hoopie in a very loving fashion because I am a card-carrying member of the Hoopie Nation. Simple as that. I find a way to make it work. But I got duct tape. It's fixed. Right, Nick?
Right.
Is there anything duct tape can't fix, Nick?
Broken heart.
Broken heart. That's about it. Well, it can if you duct tape their mouth. Oh, no, wait a minute. Never mind.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that falls under the lines of kidnapping and different things like that. But that's okay because that's it. That's Nick's other thing. If you really love it, let it go. If it's meant to be, they'll come back to you. And if you let them go and they don't come back, then you hunt them down. At least that's what Nick taught me. Right, Nick?
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yep. There we go. Thanks, Nick. The voice from beyond and the man behind the computer screen.
Yeah. That reminds me of it's this video. It's this YouTube video of this guy.
YouTube videos. Oh
making
man.
A joke about flex tape and all the other stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't they just list the 2 or 3 things you can't do?
Right.
Guys
Simple
got
as
an
that.
artery going, bam, flex tape.
Yeah, I don't think flex tape's going to do that. Yeah, it won't work. However, I have used it on a couple bad cuts in a pinch. That's not flex tape, but duct tape. And working out on a job or something like that, and it wasn't going to work the day I went ahead and cut the tip of my finger off in here, though. The worst part about that whole thing, I get down to the hospital. It's a teaching hospital, so they have residents down there. So what happened was I was showing everybody how to strip wires and how to do it in the field if you don't have the proper tool. But you have to be careful with the proper tool because you could cut yourself. And then, as a good teacher should, although it wasn't in the lesson plan, I demonstrated the wrong way of doing it so you'd understand the right way. Well, the wrong way was I changed the blade. The blade was super sharp, and I'm used to using that dull one. I bored down heavily onto the shielding on the cable, and it shot through it like a hot knife going through butter and just went right through the tip of my finger. I mean, I sliced her open, didn't I? It was a mess. So anyway, get down to the hospital, and they put this stuff called lidocaine on there, and it just, little topical thing, little shot in there, and it just kind of numbs that certain area. And guy's doing a pretty decent job. He's nervous as all get. He's 6 foot something, 6'7", 6'8" maybe. I mean, he's a tall drink of water. And he's there, and he's all bent over sideways. And I went, dude, you want to raise the bed up? He went, oh, yeah, they move, don't they? I said, yeah. So raised the bed up a whole lot easier on his back. It was bent over halfway, bent in half trying to get to me. And he got the finger stitched up to 3 stitches, and they come in and they check it out. The lady looks at him, looks at me, and she says, you understand this is a teaching hospital, right? I said, well, I'm a teacher, I understand. She turns to him and says, those are the wrong sutures. So I said, so that means we got to do this over again. She said, yes, it does. So they had to cut the 3 stitches out, pull them out, then restitch the finger. I told him when she walked out, I said, just hit me with more of that lidocaine, man. Just numb me up. You can you can put your initials in there. I don't care. Just as long as you stitch me up, I got to get back to work. We got stuff to do. We got wires to run. I got to finish my lesson, which cost me the tip of my finger. That was an interesting day, Lance. Never a boring day here at PNN, is there?
No, not really.
I don't think so. We don't allow that to happen around here. Hey, get yourself on. You're watching our YouTube page right now because you're seeing this. And I want you to go over and check out Lance's video, as well as Nick and Nick Cope and Nikki Mapp's videos. We have videos from our senior class that have already gone out there as well. Chris Osborne, Mackenzie Petrie, Harmony Reams will be going up today. Emily Capps will be going up today. Mackay's has been out there for a while. And then under the unique thing of using wet ramen noodles, we're going to be whipping Dawson into getting his done. It's a great video, but he's dragging his feet on it. So we're going to beat him with wet ramen noodles. And,
okay.
We're going to get him to get his job done. But those videos are posted on there, and these are ones that were submitted to HGTV. Whether they pick us or not, it's a great way to see the history of East Liverpool and to check out some of the cool pictures that we've made and the pictures that we have of our past, showing us how old some of those buildings down there are. What's the oldest one, Lance, that you know of down there? And it was actually your favorite place on that super cold day that we were at. And the reason was that's where we got warm. You remember what that place was? Nice surprise that happened that day.
The favorite place for getting warm was the van.
Well, there was the van,
that was
but
the only place I
there was
could
also
get
you got a special. You guys got a special treat.
Yeah, we stopped at Still Native.
Got stopped at Steel Native, and one of our substitute teachers here and a great friend of our community out there, Steve, flagged us down, and Mr. Forsyth brought us in and bought us all hot chocolate. That was very nice of him. But that building that houses Steel Native now used to house and has housed a lot of different businesses. One of the longest lasting was Wetzel's Cleaners were located there for a very long time, I think past 30 years. But that's the oldest known business building in East Liverpool. Built in 1874. You heard me right, 1874. It was the International Organization of Odd Fellows. That was the name of it, the IOOF, International Order of Odd Fellows. And that was its original building. It was put there. They built a second building, which is located in another location downtown, which still stands as well. But that is the oldest known business right there. And guess what? That's part of that historical little walk that you can take with Superintendent Ludwig on March 14th. So that's pretty sweet. That's pretty neat. Maybe we ought to do that and take our cameras down with them. That'd be kind of cool.
Could be.
Yeah, that'd be all right. So, did you go through the weather with everybody before we got back from the office?
Yep.
It's going to get cold.
Mm-hmm.
That's just brutal. You know, we'll be home on a day off on Friday, Valentine's Day.
Yep.
And if you don't have a Valentine's, you better just get a warm blanket and snuggle up with that, because the only way to stay warm is to do that. High is going to be just 21 and low is going to be 11, dude.
Jeez.
Yeah, she's dropping down there. So, and tomorrow, rain and snow, 37 and 16 degrees. So, yummy, yummy. Then we just heat right back up over the weekend, for a little bit on there. Craziness coming our way there, buddy. Craziness. Well, Lance, anything else for the good of the order, my friend?
No, not really.
Tell me about what was the one building that surprised you that went out and took pictures of? What's one of the buildings that kind of stood out in your mind?
Honestly, none of them really did, because I was too cold.
You were too cold. What about day two when you're a little bit warmer? And when you're doing your editing, is any of those buildings you just say, man, that's a cool building?
I don't really know.
Well, I'm going to blow your mind today, because part of our class today, we're going to take a look at an aerial photograph that was taken in the 1920s of East Liverpool. And I'm going to show you a part of downtown that you're pretty familiar of, and you're just going to just be mind-boggled when I show you what was there and how big it was. And there is nothing that remains of it today except the area and the design in the streets that were built around it. So it's pretty crazy. Feel up to that?
I guess.
You guess. It's Lance's enthusiasm, folks, that keeps me going every day.
Yeah,
all right, buddy. Hey,
yeah,
everybody out there,
surprised.
have a great Wednesday. Keep yourself ready to go and ready for anything, because it's a Wednesday and it's the day before the day before Valentine's Day. This is called panic mode. This is where everybody that didn't get a card better go out there and get a card today. So the two favorite places to be is going to be Giant Eagle and Rite Aid in the card sections. It's going to be probably at Donnybrook, people fighting over cards down there. Not like a fist fight to launch Valentine's Day.
Hey, I don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Well, there you go.
Because on Friday, I'm leaving for a small vacation in Texas.
In Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope it's warm down there. Because don't be misguided. Texas can be quite cold too, brother. So check your forecast for Texas, baby.
Yep.
Are you coming back or are you just going?
Yeah, we're leaving Friday, and I think the day we'll get back is the 22nd.
Man, you're gone for a little while, my boy. Oh, all right. Well, we will miss you while you were gone, and I hope you the best trip. So tomorrow we'll have the send-off party here for you.
Okay.
Sound all right?
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, Lance. Thanks a bunch, buddy. See you, everybody.
All right. Everybody, have a great day.